This is a demonstration of a wet-on-wet watercolor technique. This is a watercolor basic for my Watercolor 101. Wet-on-wet basically means wet paper, wet paint. So you want to start with wetting your paper. And the easiest thing to do is just paint clean water over the surface you want to paint on. A lot of people, this is the only way they know how to watercolor. And this is the least controlling way to watercolor. It's really cool and fun, but if you want it to be precise, you're going to be very frustrated. So I'll just demonstrate what happens. Your paper's wet. I've got a circle drawn. Get some paint, swirl it around, and I'm going to paint in my circle. It's doing pretty well, but as you can see, the water color is bleeding out of the edges of the circle. Slightly. This is a great technique to use to create skies. You can drop color into water. Watercolor loves water. It always wants to go towards the water. So you can get these beautiful patterns of feathered bleeding into color. It's really great. If I take another color, try some permanent rose, which is basically a fuchsia. And you can drop it in and let the colors interact and play. They'll mix themselves. Again, it can be really beautiful, but if I wanted to paint fuchsia around the circle, and if I wanted it to be precise, I'm going to be very unhappy because they're going to bleed into each other, as you can see a little bit right there. You can't get any kind of crisp edge with wet on wet, but there's wonderful effects you can do with it. It's really the perfect way to create a sky with clouds. And that is wet on wet.